You are in for a fun and soothing story time today, led by our delightful puppet, Mr. Whiskers. In the heart of our magical world, our wonderful friend, Mr. Whiskers, is all set to take you on an enchanting journey. A journey filled with fascinating tales, giggles, and the warmest of cuddles. It's time to settle down, snuggle up, and let your imagination take flight as we dive into a world of dreams and adventures. Are you ready to embark on a magical journey with Mr. Whiskers? Here we go! Once upon a time, Mr. Whiskers decided to spend a sunny day at the park. Oh, it was such a splendid day. The sun was shining brightly in the azure sky, painting everything in a golden hue. Mr. Whiskers could hear the merry chirping of the birds in the trees, a melodious symphony that added rhythm to his day. As he padded along the path, the soft rustling of leaves under his paws felt like a gentle tickle, making him purr with delight. The park was alive with the sweet scent of blossoming flowers, their vibrant colours dancing in the breeze. Mr. Whiskers loved the smell of the park. It was like a bouquet of happiness, filling his heart with joy. As he trotted towards the pond, the cool, crisp air carried the fresh scent of the water, making him feel alive and free. At the pond, he met his good friend, Mrs. Quack, a pretty duck with feathers as white as snow. They chatted about the beauty of the day, their laughter echoing around the park, spreading cheer. Afterwards, Mr. Whiskers played a lively game of catch with Mr. Squirrel, their playful antics causing the butterflies to flutter in excitement. Lunchtime was a delightful affair. Mr. Whiskers shared a meal with Miss Rabbit, who had brought some crunchy carrots from her garden. As they nibbled on their lunch, they watched the clouds drift lazily across the sky, their shapes ever-changing, like a painter's canvas. As the day wore on, Mr. Whiskers made more friends, shared more laughs, and created beautiful memories. He played on the swings, chased his own tail, and even had a fun race with Mr. Tortoise. Despite coming last, Mr. Whiskers was happy. He had spent his day surrounded by friends, laughter and love. After a day filled with joy and adventure, Mr. Whiskers felt his eyelids growing heavy. The park, with its symphony of sounds, array of colours and bouquet of smells, had given him a day to remember. But now, the sun was setting, and it was time for Mr. Whiskers to head home and dream about his wonderful day. Tired and content, Mr. Whiskers decided to find a quiet spot to rest. After a day filled with whimsical adventures at the park, our furry friend, Mr. Whiskers, felt the gentle pull of sleep tugging at his eyelids. Now it was time for him to discover a haven of tranquility where he could take a well-deserved nap. With a yawn that seemed to stretch from his whiskers to the tip of his tail, Mr. Whiskers began his quest for the perfect nap spot. He looked here, he looked there, he looked just about everywhere, but nothing felt quite right. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he spotted a large tree standing tall and proud, its leafy branches reaching out like a welcoming hug. Drawn to this tree, Mr. Whiskers approached it. Its strong trunk was as wide as 5 of Mr. Whiskers put together. The tree was covered in a lush green coat of leaves that rustled gently in the breeze, whispering a soft melody that seemed to sing, "Come, rest here, dear friend." With a little leap and a soft thud, Mr. Whiskers jumped onto the cushioned carpet of fallen leaves at the base of the tree. Oh, what a delightful sensation it was. The leaves crunched softly under him, their earthy aroma wafting up to tickle his nose. He snuggled deeper into this bed of nature, his every sigh sinking him further into this cozy comfort. Above him, the tree's leafy canopy filtered the sunlight, casting a dappled dance of light and shadow around him. The world seemed to slow down, the birds' songs softened, and even the wind seemed to whisper quieter. Everything was hushed, as if nature itself was tucking Mr. Whiskers in for his nap. And so, under the watchful care of the large leafy tree, Mr. Whiskers curled up into a tiny ball of fur. His eyes fluttered closed, his tiny heartbeat slowing down to match the rhythm of the rustling leaves. With the gentle rustling of leaves as his lullaby, Mr. Whiskers was ready for a well-deserved nap. As Mr. Whiskers drifted off to sleep, he began to dream of a fantastical world. In the heart of his dream, he found himself in an enchanting land, brimming with vibrant colors, which painted the sky in a mesmerizing hue of oranges, purples, and blues. The grass under his paws was as soft as a cloud, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of honey and wildflowers. There was a babbling brook nearby, its water shimmering like 1,000 tiny diamonds under the soft glow of the sun. The trees stood tall and majestic, their branches swaying gently to the rhythm of the breeze, whispering secrets of the magical world. In this dreamland, Mr. Whiskers encountered friendly creatures of all shapes and sizes. There were butterflies with wings as bright as a rainbow, and bees humming a melodious tune. The squirrels chattered away, their bushy tails flicking with joy. A family of rabbits hopped around, their soft fur glowing in the sunlight. Even the ants had a merry tune, marching in a line carrying food back to their hill. Mr. Whiskers strolled around making friends with everyone he met. He shared stories and laughter, feeling an overwhelming sense of joy and peace. The world was so full of love and kindness, it was like a warm hug enveloping him. As he trotted along the path, he came across a grand tree, its branches laden with juicy crimson apples. With a little hop, he plucked one, its sweetness making him purr with delight. Night slowly fell, and the sky was sprinkled with a million twinkling stars, their light reflecting in Mr. Whiskers' wide eyes. The moon was a glowing orb, watching over the dreamland with a gentle smile. The creatures of the land began to yawn, their eyes heavy with sleep. Mr. Whiskers, feeling the same sleepiness wash over him, found a cozy spot under the grand tree and curled up, the soft hum of the night lulling him into a deeper sleep. As his dream came to a peaceful end, Mr. Whiskers stirred in his sleep, feeling refreshed and happy. With a stretch and a yawn, Mr. Whiskers woke up, feeling rested and ready to continue his adventures. Just imagine, after a cozy nap under the shade of a tall tree in the park, our little furry friend is now up and about, feeling so fresh and full of energy. His whiskers are twitching with excitement, and his little tail is wagging in delight. Oh, what fun it is to wake up from a good nap! You see, Mr. Whiskers knows a secret. He knows that taking a little break, closing your eyes for a while, and drifting off into dreamland can do wonders. It's like a magic potion that fills him with energy and joy. And when he wakes up, he's ready to hop, skip, and jump all over again. Now, Mr. Whiskers is not just feeling energetic, he's also feeling so happy and content. His dreams were filled with sunshine and rainbows, butterflies and hummingbirds. And now that he's awake, he can't help but feel that the world around him is just as beautiful and wonderful as his dreams. Isn't that amazing? When we rest well, we not only regain our energy, but we also wake up with a heart full of joy and a mind full of positivity. And that, my friends, is the magic of a good rest. So, just like Mr. Whiskers, let's remember to take our naps, to rest when we need to, and to dream beautiful dreams. Let's remember that a little break can help us enjoy our adventures even more. And that, dear friends, is the end of our story today. Remember, just like Mr. Whiskers, a good rest can make your day even more magical. Good night and sweet dreams. We hope you enjoyed the story of Mr. Whiskers and his day at the park. It was quite an adventure, wasn't it? From playing catch with the butterflies to finding that cozy spot under the big old tree, and of course, his dream. Oh, how magical dreams can be. Just like Mr. Whiskers, each of us has our own little adventures every day. And at the end of these adventures, we too need a good rest. Just as the sun sets and the moon rises, our bodies need time to recharge, to dream, and to prepare for the next day's exciting journey. Sleep is as important as play, you see. It's during sleep that our bodies grow, our minds wander into the realm of dreams, and we gather energy for the coming day. So next time you're feeling too excited to go to bed, remember our friend Mr. Whiskers. Remember how he too needed his nap after a day full of fun and play. We hope you'll join us again soon for more stories and adventures. We have so many more tales to tell, and we can't wait to share them with you. But for now, it's time for us to say goodbye. Until next time, dear friends, sleep tight and dream of your own magical adventures. Good night.